Welcome to Let's Talk Investing, a co-production of the Globe and Mail and the Investor Education Fund. I'm Rob Carrick, personal finance columnist at the Globe and Mail, and with me is Laurie Campbell. Laurie is the Executive Director at Credit Canada, which is a not-for-profit credit counseling agency. Laurie sees the country's debt problem firsthand, and tell me, what are you seeing right now, Laurie?
Well, we're up about 25 to 30% in numbers of people coming in to see us, and what we're seeing is record debt levels. They've never been higher, and people's ability to pay has diminished immensely due to the economic conditions, but also due to the debt that people are carrying, which is astronomical.
Let's talk about the kinds of debt. I'm really interested in what when someone puts all the papers down on the desk in front of you, what are you seeing? Where is the debt coming from?
Well, you know, there's a vast variety of debt that people are carrying, but number one problem that people have is credit card debt. They seem to be in severe difficulty with credit card debt, and people are often coming in with 5 to 10 credit cards, if you can believe it. Student loans is another big problem. Overextension on their mortgages where they're not paying it as they're supposed to, as it's agreed. Lines of credit, and it just goes on and on from there.
So it's like the full Monty.
It's the full Monty, absolutely.
Now, what's pushing people over the edge to a point where they're having to come into your agency? Is it because of unemployment, or have they simply got too much debt to manage on the income that they're managing to keep through this recession? Well,
it's certainly both. We certainly have seen an increase of debt over the last several years to a degree that people can't manage even when they're working. But with the economic conditions the way they are, people have actually kind of run scared to credit counseling services to see if they can deal with the debt before they lose their job, or because of a cutback in their income or absolute job loss. So we're seeing a variety of those situations.
Now we're probably, let's optimistically say midway or maybe a little more through this recession, and we haven't sort of seen the worst of it, but maybe people are starting to look ahead. Maybe some of the bad indicators are going to start looking better. Does that automatically fix debt problems when we see the economy starting to trend better?
Well, you know, it may make people feel a little bit more confident, but the bottom line, it takes people a long time to get into debt. It's going to take a long time to get out of debt. And this type of debt especially, because, you know, it's not just, as I said, credit cards, it's mortgage defaults and those types of things. So it's a long-term problem. We'll see the recession start to improve and people will start to spend slowly, but it's going to take several years.
Last question. So even if you have hung on and you're still managing, given that there's lots of recession left to go most likely, is it better to try and hang on, or should I come in and be proactive and get ahead of this problem?
It's always better to be proactive. But it may mean that you just need to take a look at your budget, you take a look at your cash flow and find out where your money's going and how you can allocate it better. But certainly it's better to do it prior to finding yourself in any difficulty, because what happens is people come in to see us too late. They're on the verge of bankruptcy and nothing can be done.
Okay, thanks Laurie.